13 Ghosts of the Tower of London. Anne Boleyn, the second wife of Henry VIII and the first to be executed, is one of the Tower of London's most famous and enduring ghosts. Her spirit is said to appear on Tower Green, where she met her fate, in St. Peter ad Vincula, where she was laid to rest, and roaming the corridors as a headless figure. Henry VI. Henry VI's life ended in a tragic twist reminiscent of a real-life Game of Thrones. As heir to both the English and French thrones, he became a pawn in the War of the Roses. Imprisoned by the House of York, his fate was sealed after Edward IV claimed the crown in 1471. While praying in Wakefield Tower, Henry VI was fatally stabbed, a moment that echoes through history. To this day, his ghost is said to haunt the tower, appearing at the final stroke of midnight. Lady Jane Grey. He was only queen for 9 days before being executed by Mary Tudor, aka Bloody Mary, along with Lady Jane's husband, Lord Guilford Dudley. Jane was advanced as an Anglican alternative to the Catholic Mary. Lady Jane Grey's ghost is seen wandering the battlements, a lonely, solitary figure. Lord Guilford Dudley. Lord Guilford. Dudley's ghost is said to haunt Beauchamp Tower, where he is often seen sitting in his cell, weeping through the night. He is also believed to have carved the name Jane into the wall, leaving a lasting mark of his sorrow. Margaret Pole, Countess of Salisbury. Margaret suffered one of the most horrific botched executions in history. When the Countess reached the scaffold to face beheading, she defiantly refused to kneel, declaring, "That is for traitors, and I am none." As the executioner raised his axe, she fled, forcing him to chase her around the scaffold, striking at her repeatedly until she met a gruesome end. To this day, her ghostly screams are said to echo across Tower Green, and some visitors have even reported witnessing a spectral reenactment of the tragic chase. The White Lady. The identity of the White Lady remains a mystery, but she is said to haunt the White Tower. Her presence is often marked by an overpowering scent of cheap perfume, so intense that it has caused some visitors to feel ill. A few have also reported a light tap on the shoulder, only to turn and find nothing there except a faint wisp of white. The princes, Edward V and Richard, Duke of York. These boy princes were imprisoned in the tower by their uncle, Richard, Duke of Gloucester, Richard III, and purportedly murdered on his order. When the bones of 2 small boys were found under the stairs in 1674, most people believed them to be the missing princes, and the bones were given a royal burial at Westminster Abbey. The figures of 2 lost little boys wearing nightshirts, holding hands, are frequently seen in the White Tower. Oddly enough, they have also been seen playing on the battlements, and some claim to have heard children giggling. Sir Walter Raleigh. Sir Walter Raleigh was imprisoned in the Tower on 2 occasions, first for a secret marriage, then for treason. After his execution, his ghost is said to haunt the Bloody Tower, where he was held, as well as the battlements now known as Raleigh's Walk. The Grey Lady. Her identity in life is uncertain, but the Grey Lady is a well-known resident of the Queen's house. The Grey Lady will only reveal herself to female visitors. Arbella Stewart. King James I refused to allow Arbella to marry William Seymour, the nephew of Lady Jane Grey. Furious at the defiance and viewing the marriage as a potential threat to his throne, James had Arbella imprisoned in the Tower. She died there in 1615, with conflicting accounts suggesting she either starved herself or was murdered. Her ghost is said to haunt the Queen's house. Guy Fawkes. It is believed that the screams and cries of Guy Fawkes can still be heard from the council chamber in the White Tower, where he was held before his execution. The smothering force. Over the years, various spectral animals have been heard, including monkeys, lions, and horses. However, only one has been seen. A guard at the tower reported being charged by a ghostly bear. Despite attempting to bayonet the creature, his sword passed through it. The guard was later carried to his quarters, unconscious, and died 2 days afterward. The grizzly bear. Over the years, various spectral animals have been heard, including monkeys, lions, and horses. However, only one has been seen. A guard at the tower reported being charged by a ghostly bear. Despite attempting to bayonet the creature, his sword passed through it. The guard was later carried to his quarters, unconscious, and died 2 days afterward.